Hello everybody, today we're going to be cooking the barbecue squirrel, like the picture you saw in the last video. And I'm going to show you how I prep it before we actually start cooking it. So, what you want to do is you want to take the amount of squirrels you want to cook. Put them, I prefer a Ziploc bag, so they're not leaking. And then cover that with milk, so it's just a little bit above them. And then just let that sit out, or if you're going to do it overnight, in the refrigerator. Okay, so now we have our squirrels in the milk, and we're just going to let this sit out for a little while until they thaw. So while those are still thawing and before the cooking starts, I just wanted to give a quick run through of all the things I'm going to be using today. So since I'm cooking 2 squirrels, I'm going to be using 2 of these just little cheap bread pans, some just normal barbecue spice, a pair of dollar store tongs, hickory brown sugar barbecue sauce, some tin foil, and then my favorite item, the grate that I welded with my grandpa. We had a great time building this summer. That was the date we made it. And it just is so nice. I can just take my squirrels, put them right on top of there, and it cooks them perfectly right over top of the fire, so you don't have to put it directly in the fire. So that's what I'm going to be using today, and I'll see you when the cooking starts. All right, so now we have our fire started. You can see it a little bit down in there. And once it gets heated up a little bit, we're gonna put the grate on top. So I'll come back to you then. All right, so now we're ready to prep our second squirrel before we put it on the fire. We already put one on the fire, so for time's sake, we're only gonna show you one. Here he is, just take him out of the milk. I showed you, we put him in earlier. Set him right in your bread pan. And the first thing you want to do, I just like to take 2 slices of butter. I'd like to put one in the cavity, the chest cavity here, just in there. Shove it up in there. And then one down in the bottom of the pan, just like that. Alright, so next, you're going to want to get your barbecue sauce. I like to use Sweet Baby Ray's honey barbecue sauce. It's the one I prefer the best, and you really want to load that on there heavy because you want to taste that barbecue just like that. Don't be shy with it, and rub it all over this guy. Get it on the inside of him, the back of him. Use as much as you need to just completely cover him. I'll take a little bit more here. Just rub him all over, every part of him, at least a little bit covered. Then you can also take some, there's already some in there, but just put some in the bottom of the pan there, and it like kind of cooks him in that as well. Put my butter back in there. Alright, so I'm going to wash my hands off real quick, but I also like to complement that with a little bit of just original barbecue seasoning, nothing special about it. And I like to put that on kind of heavy too. It almost adds like a nice tang to it. And I just like to rub that in a little bit as well. Put it in on the inside. Just like over here. On the back. Everywhere. Alright, so that's what we're looking at. And the last part, before you put them on the fire, hands off a little bit. You're going to take some just tin foil. If I can find the end here. There we go. Rip some of that off. And just cover it so all that heat stays in there. You're going to want to check this every once in a while. I'll show you me checking it and flipping it. Once you have that covered, take it over to your fire. Here's where our other one is. Just set him down and wait for a little bit. Alright, so it's time to check our squirrel for the first time. He's been in here cooking with the barbecue sauce and the butter, so time for the big reveal. Ooh, that's looking good. So that's what he's looking like at the moment, but we like to cook him good. So we're going to give him a bunch more time, and I'll come back to you when he's cooked even more. Alright, so I think it's time for our second check here. Just gonna lift him off the fire. Bring him over here. And let's take that foil off and see what he's looking like. And that is exactly what we want. You just want to cook him until you can give him a little pinch. I like to test it on the back leg. And that meat starts falling apart. He's not done yet, but we'll come back to you and show you what he looks like when he's done. So see you then. Alright, so it's been a good amount of time and we're thinking our squirrel is done now. So we're going to give it one last check before we actually dig in. So I don't know how hot. No, it's not that hot. For the final reveal. Oh, that's looking good. And you can see that meat already falling off the bone. That's when you know it's ready right there. Flip it, make sure it's good on the other side. You can pinch right in, get that meat. That's a little muscle that didn't really cook the whole way, but he is cooked good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoy your barbecue squirrels. Let me know how they turn out in the comments below. And I'll see you in the next video.